All right. First of all, I just want to say thank you, God. I need to calm down because I'm prepping to go outside, and I know that excuse me, and I know that because of that, this Perps wants to start painting this fantasized reality. I promise one thing: the energy that I promise will be revealed and relieved, and I'll make sure that it comes in that energy. But let me just start off by saying, I calm myself down by introducing myself. I'm in what you call a target individual. I'm a target individual, and I know what that means. I know the reality of what this means. I know what this is about, the reality of it, not what they try to make me think this is about. I know who I am as a target, as a human being, and I know that I'm no longer myself. I'm being manipulated, altered every day. And this is obviously, and I've said it many times, I know this is a governmental program that's just utilizing me and many others as test subjects. There's men, women, and children being utilized as test subjects. But there's also, in this program, where technology that can alter your body in such many damaging way. My body's being damaged. I look starving. I look like I'm like somebody in some kind of Holocaust camp. But also the manipulation of the brain is being happening, where they rewire my brain, and then as they rewire my brain, they have an ecosystem of trash who try to make you identify with how they manipulate you. And the concept in the system is, let's just manipulate this person and have the people around you brainwash him into identify with this, gaslight him into identifying or her. And their job is to really make you identify with this persona they've put together, where they paint themselves as the protectors of the communities, of children, of women, and they're doing this because you are a threat to people, to children, to women, or something like that. And they're the one like investigating. And they are altering reality, manipulating reality, and have an ecosystem of people who's supposed to paint that reality. This trash, they become fanatical in painting that false reality because they think that their behavior is gonna affect your self-image. Now, if you've seen my videos, that part is not going through. That part is turning to something else. A thing that I know is going to be a reaction, and I'm actually almost looking forward to display that reaction. I'm about to go outside, right? And listen, if you watch a lot of my videos, you've seen that what they do is they make me have these experiences, from perception, stimulation, all kind of disgusting things toward children of all ages, from the babies to the younger kids, to the older kids. But sometimes they do even that to older, not older kids, but young adults, like in their 20s. Now, with that being said, I've seen 20-some-year-old in a sexual way, of course. But I can tell when these things are manipulated because they try to create a theme. So even if they're adults, sometimes they make me have sexual stimulation toward like younger adults because they're like, oh, you like them young. I was like, okay. Now, what these trash are trying to do and what's happening, they tell me they're going to frame me with kids. They tell me they're going to have kids pretend they're getting raped and act like they're victims of whatever encounter we're having. And so they want to act and behave in certain ways in public. At this point, it's going to be very bad. I know they're putting battery in these people's back, expecting that the target individual is supposed to react politely and behaving quietly as this is happening. And a lot of these people are just children, teenage trash that don't understand the concept. You act this way, there's the consequences. This, when you do this, expect something to come with this. They don't have this expectation because in their retarded mind, they think that their reality is based on how they create it. That they can mold the reality and everybody's gonna align by it. And then, and a lot of the interaction and a lot of the technology that's applied onto us is remote. They are altering your brain and they're using this technology that is remote. They destroy your organs and destroy your organs remotely. And they also can interact with you via V2K, projecting their voices into your brain. So remotely, you hear them like, yeah, no, there's something there. But in person, they forget that this is now different. The interaction is different. Because now, I can look at you as like, you're a fucking retard. I know what the fuck you're supposed to do. And that's different. Now, excuse my language, got a little bit excited and anger just, went up. I was in the shower. Now, I know what's going to happen here. What they do is they start creating narratives and story to kind of try to hype themselves up, actually, just to kind of excite themselves for what they're going to do when I go outside. And they excite themselves by painting the stories they want. And then when I go, like, to take the train, out of nowhere, some teenager follows me. And then this teenager acts like she's being followed. It's so disgusting. Or I'll go there and they're waiting for me, and I have a body cam, so you see me coming from here to the train, and as I'm about to go, you see them going before me because they're waiting for me, and act like they're just getting followed. Now, then when I see them, what's happening is they start playing my brain and want to be like, oh, there's something there. There's something. There's serious. When in truth is, I'm just being manipulated in this fashion so they can play like the victim, or like, oh yeah, we're just like, he like this teenager, you like teen. And this trash start presenting this, like, act like they're just analyzing my brain, when in truth, that's what they prepare. That's what they manipulate my brain to experience. So now what they're doing right now, before I go outside, they're preparing the field in a certain way. They try to hype themselves up so they can, it's like they get excited from the stories they come up with themselves. And then go with that, thinking that I'm going to let that go. It's like, what? Come with this shit. This is how they would try to paint the story. I used to live at a place where there's like younger, 20 something, 26, 20, First they start off with, there's a firefighter who was maybe 26, 20 something like that. And he was with his girl who was like 23-ish, 23, and he used to like date a bunch of like 20s, from 25 to 23. A bunch of like early 20s, mid 20s, about his age, right? A few years difference or so. And they, because they can manipulate my brain, they play with my brain sometimes. But, I've seen a 23-year-old in a sexual way. It's not like going to be too much of a manipulation. This 23-year-old, naturally, I can look at it as like, okay. But it's definitely younger. It's too young for me to even, like, think of it in any way serious. But can I look at a 23-year-old and think of her in a sexual? Of course. If she looks great. So they're trying to create the stories like, no, because they were playing with me. There's one of his girlfriends, she was always around there. She's like a nurse that liked to smoke weed. That was like always around him. They were always like together. And first of all, they tried to create stories like, no, she liked to be 23 years old. She's like, no, they were real thing. And I know they were together. But at the same time, she would like to walk around, try to be sexy and everything. And they play with my brain. But I'm like, okay, like I can't look at a 23-year-old and look at her in a sexual way. Like, especially when I'm a little bit younger. Like, but at the end of the day, it's 23. I'm not gonna, like, I can never take it too serious. Like, it's never gonna be something that registered like in real way. And they're like, yeah, no, I see, I young, this 23-year-old nurse. And they try to create stories now, but she pretended like, yeah, right. And it's funny because we used to talk, he had a bunch of girlfriends. He's like, oh yeah, he's telling me now, yeah, this one's like 23, the other one's like 25. This way he was talking about this firefighter would bring all kind of girls and be with them all, Anyhow, in their minds, like, yeah, no, it's like young, you see. And so what they try to do is like they try to prep this teenager to come and pretend they're like they're getting to act in the role. Actual children, not like 20-some-year-old teenage kids, children, to be like, yeah, no, that's proof. You see how he looked at a 23-year-old. There's something there. And okay, bring this. I swear to God, this fucking retard will come up with this story and hype themselves up because they think that I'm gonna be a passive person. I swear to God, Target Mitchell, I'm not that passive anymore. I want them to bring these teenage kids who can use this stupidity, taking how they even play with me, toward a 23-year-old, To think that now this like 16, 17-year-old kid can pass by and thinking to lose no trash. And be like, yeah, no, you see you like them, y'all. Okay, bring this retard. Whoever is putting the battery in these people's back and think that nothing's going to happen. You're responsible. You're responsible. Do your nose campaign or do all that. You're responsible. I promise you. This is going to be something that goes bad. Right now, they're making noise campaign, slamming the doors. Like, do that, please. I promise you it's going to be a problem. I promise you. Make me think of this. I seen her in uniform and everything. The 23-year-old with you nurse. And do your thing. Never. Tagging video, you gotta be strong. But at the same time, don't let yourself be too passive in this thing. On top of that, then they bring up another story. There was like a 22-year-old Turkish girl. And they're flipping the story a little bit in different fashion. I was with somebody who was a few years younger than me. I think at the time I was 32 or so. I think I was 32. 32 or so, around that age. I think I was 32. Either I was 32 or 33. I think I was 32. She was like 27. And we're talking about the roommates I lived with. And she was like, oh yeah, it's like the Turkish girl. And the way they're twisting in my brain is something else. And I was like, yeah, this Turkish girl, she lives here and whatnot. She's like 22, something like that. And she was like, oh, you think she's pretty? She's like, oh yeah, she's good. She's definitely good looking, but you know, she look good. Like she's what you consider a good looking person, but it's too young for me. It's like it couldn't register. She's just, it's like, oh, you think that this 22-year-old is good looking? You like you think younger people are good, better looking? I was like. And the twist in this fashion, when I'm literally saying, you know, they might look like this 22-year-old, might look like nice and, you know, in that way, but it's not up in the sense of like this like what's considered beautiful. But to me, I don't like that. It's like it's just good visual, but it's not something I like in that sense. They try to twist it like, yeah, there's something you like them young. You like that young, and they talk about kids actually, by the way. They flip it into like literally teenage kids. And it's like, yeah, they are. I was like, let's go. Create that narrative. With that being your truth, I'm going to show you the truth. You dumbass. And they twist it to kids, by the way, but literally children. Not talk about like a 22-year-old. They talk about literally children. It's like, you see, that's proof. That's like, first of all, I'm literally saying that even if like 22 looking, you know, beautiful looking, to me, it's the appearance. It might just look like in the what you consider beauty in society, but to me, I'm okay. I prefer like, you know, an older woman. And I was telling that to her. It's like, yeah, she's beautiful. Like she's not pretty. She's pretty, but it's like it's too young. Like it's not. It's like, oh, there's something there. There's something. And then they go flip it to the kids. Oh, she's 17. Like who? The kid like pretending she's getting raped. Bring to her. Don't lose no trash. That's how you hyping yourself for me going outside. Bring her. You dumbass. They twist stories and created their narrative and then try to be fanatical about it and slam the door. Let's go. A bunch of trash working for pedophiles try to make me identify with these scenarios. Death comes to all of us. Tagging video. I almost lost it. To try to twist it. I'm literally saying the opposite. It's like, okay, this 22 look, you know, it looks like it's what you consider pretty, beautiful. But to me, I'm good. And they try to twist it. It's like, nah, not real. I was like, okay, come, let me show you the real then. Your stories, your twisted stories and how you want to put things up. Come, you dumbass. And they talk about actual children, by the way. They're not even talking about some young adults. It's like, young freaking retards. Talking about you gotta be strong. They want to recreate reality and then try to force that out onto you. And let them live that fantasy. Come on, I'll show you how you're going to force it. Come. with the way you twist reality. Oh. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna castrate it. I'll come on private part before I let you leave your fantasy. Bring this way. Have some trash follow me. Watch what's gonna happen. To everybody who sees this in the elevator, I warned them. It's gonna be a scene. It's gonna be a scene. It's gonna be reality. Now come talk about your pedo as I'm listening. Who's your pedos with trash ass? This is credibility that they have. Fuck out of here. And then they do their little, I swear, it is, and you know, this teenager start having attitudes like, who the, I'm telling you. And what they do, listen to the game they play. They do this manipulation toward even the babies, which is the nastiest part. They send the babies in, forcing them to get sexual stimulation, and then the teenager come thinking, okay, yeah, okay. It's like, don't even fucking do it. Don't fucking try to gaslight me. Like, I swear to God, that makes me more enraged. Let's go. I know what's happening here, you piece of fucking low life. Look at me. You think shit like you can make me subscribe to who you want me to be? Okay. Okay. I'm dying anyways. Now come here. You fucking delusional. Yeah, they have this thing they call it our reality. Okay. Okay. Come with your reality. To anybody's watching this, and you think I'm going to subscribe to your fucking fantasized way, the way you narrate it, I know who I am. Bring some teenager to try to negate that? Oh my gosh. It's on you. Tiger Major, stay strong.